edition of Flea Market Fantasy, the world's second greatest Bronze Age era comic book podcast. Joining me as always is new Miguel, Kevin, Jack.
I'm here, Mike Dell, and in honor of today's issue, I'm going to put on some lacy pajamas, and me and you are going to wrestle.
This is quite the fight scene in this issue,
Yeah.
featuring a
It may have been one
scantily
of the
clad
reasons
lady.
I picked this issue.
Yes, they are getting real close to the comics code with this one.
Yep.
Tell you
Pushing
that much.
boundaries.
Uh, yeah, tell the kids what we're reading today, Jack.
Today we're going to be reading Checkmate number 8 from 1988, I think it was.
That is right, Eights are Wild. Checkmate 8,
Yeah.
1988. And for those who don't know well, we'll get into checkmating this in a minute. It's basically DC said, hey, you know what? Let's rip off Shield and the Hellfire Club. How could we do that? And
Combine
they
them all
said,
into one.
all right, here's what we'll do. We'll have a top secret agency that is
Uh-huh.
themed around a chessboard and the chess pieces. Cool?
Never been done.
Cool. Let's do it. So that's
Hey, if you're gonna steal ideas, at least mishmash them together so that they seem different.
yes. So, all right, before we get into Checkmate, let's remind everybody if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I believe last time I checked, we were up to 421 subscribers. So
Saw
we
that,
picked up
yeah.
a couple more. And again, the goal is to get to 500. And if we do, Jank is going to make me read The Dark Knight Returns.
Hmm. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
starting to salivate, just getting ready for it.
Well, at our current pace of expansion, I think you'll get
Yeah,
there
got
around,
another 2 years.
yes, at least one more year. At least one more
Yeah.
year. And
Yeah, I guess we
what?
got a minute. We got a lot more Little Devil books to read in between, I guess.
That's right. At least six more hot stuff reviews. But it's also have a book out there called Monkey Flip about a chimp detective. All right, so checkmate. And I basically summed it up perfectly, just the cross between Shield and the Hellfire Club. And
Yeah.
their
Yeah, it's
first
kind of
appearance. Oh,
DC's like the branch of the government that deals with the metahumans, I guess, is kind of their mandate.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Black, this Black Thorn lady's not a metahuman, is she? I don't think.
I don't know. She sure seems like she's got some
Yeah,
kind of
she's
strength or
she's
more
hell of
than
a
a normal
fighter,
lady. Yeah.
but no, apparently she's just a normal lady.
Huh.
And she's listed at like 5'6", 133 pounds. But man, she uses that 133 pounds to really do a lot of damage.
Sure does.
Awesome.
Just taking down whole gangs by herself. Shit.
So Checkmate's first appearance was in Action Comics issue 598 in 1988, and it was created by Paul Kupperberg and Steve Irwin, not the Crocodile Hunter, different Steve,
Yeah. That was a very famous name. I was like, oh shit. When did he have
different
time to
guy.
do all this?
But yeah, so this series here, it started after that appearance in Action Comics. Then they got their own series, and it lasted 33 issues. And Paul Kupperberg, he wrote all 33 issues. Steve Irwin penciled 22 of the 33 issues. So they're the
Hmm.
driving force behind Checkmate.
Someone had to do it.
Yeah. And so you told me before the show you did a little research on this. Would you like to share what research you've done? Or
Well, it's I guess I don't remember too much, but it's kind of I think didn't they start kind of post-crisis? Is that kind of when they or was there a pre-crisis version?
we'll go with post-crisis. There was a
Yeah.
predecessor organization called the Agency.
Hmm.
And that was kind of like the same thing. But then the lady who was the negative lady from the Doom Patrol,
Yeah, that's right.
she was leading it, and um, but then it got shut down at some point. So then one of the guys, the guy in this book, Paul Stein or Harry Stein, he's
Yep.
featured in this book. And his first appearance was in Vigilante 23, 1985, created by Paul
Hey,
Cover.
Vigilante.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vigilante ties with Checkmate.
Hmm.
He was created by Paul Kupperberg and Todd Smith, and he was an NYPD lieutenant, just like our buddy Pat Picarelli, who was in
Ooh.
charge of hunting down the vigilante. So we've done a vigilante issue here on the show. Mike L and I did. I don't think you were around for that
No,
one, but
I picked that one actually.
oh,
That was
you
where he
did.
fought Cyborg. Yeah.
And I just remember, wasn't his ass featured prominently on the cover? Like,
On the cover, yeah.
yeah.
Yep. You got to show off the goods.
I didn't remember he picking it. But yeah, vigilante. But he was just like a vigilante. That's what he was, and he had a
Yeah.
little outfit, and he went around. And,
Yeah, he's been done a couple of times in live action. The Arrowverse version, which is pretty unmemorable, but honestly, the one in Peacemaker, he's probably the best character on the show.
oh, I didn't know he was on Peacemaker. That's why you
Yeah,
picked this Checkmate because you've been watching Peacemaker season two, and
that's
you
right.
said there are ties kind of to Peacemaker and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, both Vigilante and Peacemaker are on the group that kind of becomes Checkmate at the end of season
Yeah.
two.
Were
Spoiler
they called
alert.
the agency on
But
the show,
yeah.
or was that group the group they're in on the show? Is it called the agency or no?
Uh Previously it had been Argus, which is another group. I think that came later on. Maybe that's like New 52 era or something where they started Argus. But yeah, there's just all kind of different, organizations doing the same job, I feel like in DC in different eras. So this kind of
Yeah.
reversed it where it's like Argus, and then they kind of split off from that to form Checkmate at the end of the season here.
So this Harry Stein fella, he was so obsessed with trying to catch Vigilante, he maybe cut some corners and got in
Oh,
trouble. And he got dismissed from his job with the NYPD. But then he was still like kind of obsessed with Vigilante or something. And through a series of events, he helped Vigilante out on a mission or something. And then that negative lady offered him a job with the agency. So he started working with the agency and he became the Vigilante's personal handler for the agency because the vigilante worked for the agency.
oh,
Yeah. But then I guess the vigilante killed himself.
that's nice.
Oh wait, when you said that's nice, that's you
Yeah.
didn't. The timing of that was off. It's not nice that he
Yeah.
killed himself. Just to be clear.
Yeah, that he was a handler. That's nice. That they
Yes,
became
that's
buddies.
yes. I kind of slipped in the hole. He killed himself right before he said, "Oh, that's nice." No, no, no.
This was all a setup. Just to make Jank look callous.
So, well, yeah. So he ended up killing himself, I guess. And then, so the agency kind of disbanded or something. But then Harry Stein reorganized it as Checkmate. So he was the guy behind Checkmate.
Hmm.
Now, the lady who was running the agency, I think at the time, and yeah, because the negative woman was running the agency, but then like above her was Amanda Waller, and I think
Yeah, that's
Amanda
right. She's always
Waller,
kind of in charge, I feel like.
yeah, she
She's always
dismissed the
leading these
negative
teams.
lady. Yeah, so we know Amanda Waller. She's the lady who heads the Suicide Squad, right? She organized the Suicide
Yep.
Squad. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's listed
She's
as
a mean lady.
5'1", 200 pounds. So very,
But apparently in this issue, at least, she's claiming it's like the
yeah, the
kingpin. Like,
kingpin,
oh,
yeah.
that's all muscle, baby. But I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Really doubt that.
Uh, is there like an Amanda Waller on Peacemaker? Or?
Yes, because she was also in the Suicide Squad movies. That was Viola Davis, I believe.
Oh, okay, I never saw the Suicide Squad. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But Amanda
She
Waller's
was not
first
in season
appearance,
two, but her daughter is. Her daughter's one of the people who kind of breaks off and forms Checkmate.
her first appearance was Legends issue one. I don't even know what that is. 1986, created by John Ostrander, Len Wein, and John Byrne. But yeah, she's just a apparently she her family was harmed quite a bit by violence when she was a young
Oh.
married woman, I believe. Like some bad things happened to her kids, and then like I think
Uh-oh.
her husband got in trouble, so she became like a crusader for justice. And she went to college and she
Mm.
got a little degree there, and then she got hired to do a job, and she climbed her way up the ladder, bum, bum, bum. And then she like became this big political figure behind the scenes, overlooking all these various organizations. She's a real tough lady, Samantha
Yeah.
Waller.
Yeah, she does not take any shit.
Nope. All right, so she's in here, and then the big star of the show is Black Thorn.
That's right.
Now this has no relation. What was that one we read a couple
Oh,
times?
Rosenthorn.
Yeah, Rose and Thorn. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the lady who during the day she was named Rose, this sweet
Hmm.
diminutive little mousy polite young woman, and then at night she became Thorn.
That's
They go
right.
out and fight people up.
Wearing sexy clothes and fighting crime. I mean, kinda, let's face it, Typhoid Mary kinda ripped her off a little bit.
Now, if I recall, yeah, because she did like Rose and Thorn. She didn't even have like a knowledge that she was Thorn, right? Like, wasn't it like
Yeah.
a
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a multiple personality type thing.
why she had to be so confused why she was so tired every day because she's out fighting crime at night. She's not sleeping, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
man, why am I so tired? But this lady, Blackthorn, her name is Elizabeth Thorne with an E, and
Oh. If
she,
you're trying to like stay on the down low, maybe pick a name that doesn't have your real name in it.
I was trying to think of another joke, like I don't know. I was going to say I'm Spider-Man, but with an E at the end. And then you don't know it's me.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm Larry Spiderman.
Elizabeth Thorne, her first appearance was in Vigilante 45, 1987, and created by Paul Kupperberg and Todd Smith. She was a wealthy young CIA operative who quit to become a vigilante. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many young, wealthy CIA operatives there are. Probably not that many.
I mean, from those Andy Sedaris movies we watched on the LCS show, it feels like a
Oh,
lot
that is true.
because, that
That
Karen
is true.
likes to steal things.
Yeah, there's also a big overlap between CIA operative and Playboy playmate.
Yep.
So there's a it, so old Elizabeth Thorne here, she was tired of, trying to work within the law. So she wanted to bring down crime on her own. She became vigilant, and her hero was the vigilante. And
Ooh,
not only did
tough
she
feat
one
what
day,
happened to him then for her.
well, not only did she one day meet her hero, the vigilante, they became lovers.
Oh,
Yeah. Then he killed
oh,
himself. And
yeah.
Jack was so happy
So
to hear it.
clearly, 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 all was not right in in their relationship.
Apparently not. I don't know. I think this vigilante fella, he was kind of all north of the eyebrows. Yeah, I think he started going insane. I think at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
So, all right, I think that's basically all the background we got here. But
What
yeah,
about
she's just a
the night guy?
vigilante.
Who is
Yeah.
who is the guy behind the mask in this? That we really didn't learn much about in
Um,
this
I,
issue.
I think he's that guy in the office who's getting the coffee and the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
lady's talking. Yeah, but I have no
He
idea who he
definitely
is.
was, but okay.
No.
Who cares about his
Oh,
backstory?
yeah, I'm
I guess
very
there is a
busy.
very convoluted setup for Checkmate, which involves, okay, let's see if I can find this again. Um, so the kings and queens are the leaders.
Yes.
Bishops oversee missions behind the scenes. Rooks plan the
Yep.
missions. Knights carry out the missions, and pawns are the support staff. So they're just working in the office, I guess, just filling
Yeah.
up the toner in the
So
printer.
that guy who's the knight, he's not the knight, he's a knight.
Yeah, he's a knight.
He's one of
Yeah.
he's kind of like a Hellfire Club guard. One of those guys that Wolverine always slashed up. That's
Yeah.
basically who he was.
If only he was the Dark Knight and he was
Oh
returning.
man, that'd be terrible. So yeah, that's why I didn't even bother looking him up. I figured, yeah, he's just a guy. Who cares?
Yeah. He does seem to be the key knight, I would assume, that they're
Hmm.
constantly focusing on in the book. I'm sure there
Yeah,
are other
he's
knights, but I don't think we're jumping around to each one every issue or something. That would be terrible.
uh, maybe they have their own comics. I don't know.
Maybe. This is a whole line.
Like, yeah, there could be a check, and then there could be a checkmate. I don't know.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, we mentioned the creators here, Paul Kupperberg. We've talked about him countless times on the show. And yeah, like I said, he wrote all 33. Steve Irwin, we never really talked about. He was born 1960 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sadly, he died in 2023 at the age of 63.
Ooh,
Uh,
Stingray attack.
hope not. He had 85 credits at DC. Like I said, he did 22 issues of Checkmate, and then his other big run was on Deathstroke the Terminator from 91 to
Oh,
94. He did 23 issues of that. He also did 3 issues of Vigilante. So a lot of
oh,
Vigilante.
nice.
Yeah.
There's some ties in there. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so I guess that's all we got here for the Checkmate. Why don't you describe the cover for us, Jank? This is a Gil Kane cover.
Mm-hmm. So we got the little DC little circle up there. No kind of corner box to speak of. It just says new format, and it says Kupperberg, Irwin, and Vey, and no banner across the top here. This is towards the end of the '80s, so they're simplifying things a lot more. And we just have the Checkmate title there. The A is a knight piece from a chessboard.
Yes, chessboard. Yes.
That's the word.
You
And
almost
it's
said
an
checkers.
exclamation point.
Yeah, there
So
is an
you know it's
exclamation point at the
exciting.
end. It's Checkmate, not just Checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And then there's just a big blue background, and we got Amanda Waller looking pretty beefy. Uh, she's pointing a gun. She's like kind of taking the big background of the page, and in the foreground, kind of very small, you've got Black Thorn in her like red and yellow outfit there, and her like green visor, which is pretty cool. And so Amanda Waller's pointing a gun at Black Thorn, and she's got a dialogue box that says, "Black Thorn, you can kiss it goodbye."
yeah, it's a very because when you look at this cover, like, oh my God, well, Black Thorn, she's kind of like the wasp. She's so tiny. No, 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 it's
Yeah.
just a
He's
symbolic.
standing on on her belly.
It's a symbolic cover. But Black Thorn, we should mention, she is a white lady, and she's got big, puffy black hair, like kind of like Pat Benatar or 80s
Yeah.
rock star, some
Yep.
ilk. Really,
Yeah.
a lot of hairspray. I don't know.
Quite the
Yeah,
look.
yeah. And yeah, because like on the cover, her outfit's red and yellow, but inside the book, wasn't it like blue and stuff? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if this was an earlier costume, maybe, because it seems like the blue one is kind of her go-to from here on out. I was all when I was looking through issues, I saw like number 14, I want to say, was also very Blackthorn focused, and she had the blue one on the cover in that one. So this must be like an old costume. Maybe this is what she broke out of the place in issue one or whatever when they were talking about that.
I should also mention that that Harry Stein fella, he was acquainted with Blackthorn through the vigilante stuff, so they were like chums a little bit. And Blackthorn does later become an operative for Checkmate, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like how
yeah.
they're setting that up, kind of slow building
Yep.
up towards her joining the group. That's good writing.
So we open it up. We get a big splash page here. It's a nice, interesting little shot of Harry Stein in front of like a screen of monitors, all about Black Thorn, all her info and the weapons. Yeah, she carries a gun that shoots little thorns, like tranquilizer darts.
It
And
would be nice if on like one of those TVs he just had like MTV on or something. They're showing like the Take on Me music video.
or or Alf,
Yeah.
1988. Yeah, just put Alf down
We
there.
always like to see Alf in here. Usually someone's
Oh
reading an
look,
Alf comic or something.
look, there is a vigilante under his right elbow there. Vigilante
Yeah.
and Thorn
That must be their prom photo. Vigilante and Blackthorn.
there. And then in the foreground on the left, we see a hairy man's hand smoking
That's
a
right.
cigar.
Yeah, Harvey Bullock is in this book. I
That's
had no
right, Harvey
idea.
Bullock. Yeah, because I just heard him mention Bullock. And wait, is that Harvey Bullock fella from the
Yeah.
Batmans? Yeah, I guess
That was
he
a
knew.
surprise.
I guess he knew Harvey Stein through the police. Like, yeah, I'm always confused about how these things work. Because again,
Yeah.
Harry Stein was a New York City police detective. Harvey
Hmm.
Bullock worked in Gotham City
Yep.
as a
Yeah, I don't know what the geography is. Maybe they're
Yeah,
close to
it's
each other.
I don't know. It's
Maybe Gotham's
weird.
like New Jersey.
And then on the right in the foreground, we see a lady's legs there, and I can't remember this lady's name. Did they ever mention this lady's name? Oh yeah, they do mention it.
I'm sure they did. Yeah, it did not
Kalia.
jump out as much as Harvey Bullock.
Her name's Kalia. She's like
Oh.
she might be one of them bishops, like in the organization, or who organizes things behind the scenes. You know?
Yeah, maybe. I did see when I was flipping through the issues, the bishops, it looks like they also had like a fancy costume,
Oh,
kind
okay,
of like the knights. So I'm
okay.
guessing not.
But at the
I want to guess
office,
she's
though,
more support staff.
but at the office, the knight wasn't wearing his outfit either. You know.
That is true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Maybe they just bust out the bishop outfits for formal occasions.
For their tea
Knights on the
parties.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, Jake. So, what's going on here? Harry Stein's just giving all the background on Black Thorn and how
Yeah,
they
Amanda
gotta bring
Waller
her
wants
down.
her bad. Like she wants her dead, and we got to put her down. But nobody really wants to. They're all like, I don't know, Blackthorn seems cool.
And
Um, but yeah,
then
the
Waller
lady's really
shows up.
concerned. Yeah.
And notice when Waller shows up, they outline the panel in red. They do that a couple times throughout this book. Nice little touch. Um,
Yep.
yeah, she comes barging in, and yeah, she doesn't just want Blackthorn like taken down. She wants her killed. She's like, you have to kill Blackthorn. You know,
Hmm.
don't just arrest her or give her a talking to. I want you to kill her. I guess because the reason is Blackthorn knows about Checkmate, and they're supposed to be a top secret organization or something, and so
Yeah,
Amanda
I guess she
Waller,
broke out of their facility, it seems like in the first issue of this book or something like that.
so Amanda Waller's worried about her ratting out about Checkmate, so she's like, hey, she's got to die. She knows too much, Jake. She
Yep.
knows too much.
I would
Um,
think Harry Stein would be able to relate to this, considering this is basically what he had going with Vigilante at first, right? Like he was like, I gotta kill this guy, and then all of a sudden became best friends with him. But
yeah,
seems like he
so
had a
yeah,
real vendetta that got him kicked off the police force.
but like you said, he doesn't want to kill Blackthorn, and neither
Yeah,
do
he's like, have you
Kalia or
seen her in
Bullock.
her like PJs? I
Yeah,
can't kill her.
I know.
That'd be a crime against nature.
But Amanda Waller storms out of the office just saying, Blackthorn's a dead woman, Stein. All you got to do is bring me the body. Slams the door. And they just write slam in big red letters in the background behind the characters.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And then Harvey Bullock.
And Bullock, he walks out because he's like, I ain't going after Blackthorn. If you want to do this, you're doing it without me.
How about this 1988 at the Checkmate headquarters? No smoking restrictions at all.
Yeah.
Harvey Bullock is burning a cigar, and Stein's burning a dart right in the office. They
Oh,
just
our buddy Tuffy would be in heaven right now.
they just don't care.
He missed his
Uh,
era.
so now we cut over to downtown Manhattan's Lower East Side or whatever, and um, there's a big fight going on between Blackthorn and a bunch of punks, like inside a bar.
Yep.
And
I don't know if this is a real bar. It kind of doesn't look like it. Looks more just like a drug packaging plant,
yeah,
in like an old rundown bar.
yeah, if,
Um,
or
Maybe this is
maybe
what Daredevil's going to to be doing in, Born Again season two. He's just going to be running a drug den out of Josie's old bar. Let's hope.
yeah, yeah, either it's an abandoned bar or she's been there a long time, just beating the hell out of this bar because everything's
Yeah.
broken. And but they're fighting, and she
It
shoots
does look like
one.
there's newspaper on the window, so I don't know.
She shoots one guy in the neck with one of her darts, and he passes out. And um, okay, this was a little confusing, this sweet sequence of events. But there's a guy grabbing her from behind, and another guy with a knife, and she like bends down and kind of flips the guy up over her back so that he gets stabbed,
Yeah, in his back.
and then she kicks the guy who had the knife, kicks him right through the window of the bar. There's newspaper covered windows. And Oh yeah, this was a cocaine manufacturing plant or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Because she then lights all the cocaine on fire, and all the
Yeah,
kids are like, "Ooh, what's that smell?"
I know. I
So,
don't.
so they're
All right.
probably gonna OD right now. I'm
Yeah, I don't know a
guessing.
lot about the cocaines, so I don't know if you set it on fire and people breathe it in, what that does to them. But
Yeah, I'm guessing it's not good. Probably
Blackthorn may
doesn't
have.
cure all, like snake oil. It's just gonna cure everything they have.
She probably should have thought that out a bit more. But
Yeah. Yeah, you might be becoming more of a menace to the neighborhood than you were, the people you broke up.
so now we cut back to Kalia, and who's this? Uh, for her, who's she talking
Uh,
to here?
yeah, this is like the Dr. Druid of the group, apparently.
Yeah, no, he does look exactly like Dr. Druid.
And yeah, this book does have a lot of like West Wing walk and talks going on. Just
Yeah.
bureaucratic people meeting and having, walk and talks throughout the office. But he's just explaining, yeah, Blackthorn took care of those dealers and she burned all the drugs. And they're like, "Are you guys getting any closer?" And Kalia's just like, "Yeah, she's a ghost, but we're gonna find her. We're gonna get her soon."
Yeah, so now you cut back to the night. Yeah, well, it's the night guy. The first time we see him.
That's right.
Yeah, he's kind of his outfit's weird. It's like a full body black leotard, but he's got a gold mask on his face. That
Hmm.
is, it almost looks like a ROM. Like it's just a robot
Yeah,
kind of mask, not a.
yeah. It's like a umpire's mask or something.
Yeah, it's a strange mask. And then he's got like gold on his shoulders and across his chest with a little knight logo on the chest on the like the upper left, I think. And then he's got like gold gloves and gold boots.
Hmm.
Weird outfit. But
Yeah, he's just kind of being a peeping Tom up there in the tree, watching this hotel. I'm not sure. Did they say why they're watching this hotel? Like, how did they
because someone, one of their sources, mentioned a woman who fit Blackthorn's description
that may
came
fit
back to the
Blackthorn's
hotel.
description? Yeah,
Yeah, because it's so, because she's so unique looking, that seven hundred
right.
thirty pound brunette.
She's brunette. She's got very frizzed out hair in the late 80s. Oh boy, that narrows it down.
Yes. They show up to get her, and nope, it's Pat Benatar. Oh man!
This always happens.
And now we cut
Hoping it
over
was
to
Leafy
a
Joan Jett.
the Elgin Theater, and it's Humphrey Bogart week. And tonight they're showing Casablanca, and Harvey Bullock loves Humphrey Bogart.
He does.
So, was that a
He was
gimmick in
such a
Batman? Like
scholar.
I've never read any Harvey Bullock. Was that ever brought up before? Because we see his apartment later, and it's just a museum for Humphrey Bogart and his
Yeah. I had no idea this was a thing. No. I would
yeah.
say I guess I'm yeah, more familiar with him from the animated series and the shows and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I think I mostly just see him at work talking to Batman. Never seen his home life.
So Bullock's down front. He's enjoying his popcorn and his sodas, and he's sitting by himself. It's a very sparsely attended showing of Casablanca.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
really
there's two
not
other
many
people.
people in there.
And luckily these people were at least kind enough to not sit right next to him like weirdos.
They're at least 2 rows back, but
Yeah.
could have been a few more rows back, if you ask me.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
then we
definitely
see
would have
a,
gone farther
figure
back.
in a hat and a trench coat walk in, and she comes up to the front row there, and she brushes off all of Bullock's excess sodas and popcorn wrappers and candy wrappers on the chair, and she sits down
Yeah, he
beside him.
couldn't get a quesadilla because this was the 80s, so you didn't have those at the movie theater yet.
And this is, of course, Black Thorn. She somehow crammed all her her hair under that hat, and she says, "Okay, Bullock, I got your message, and here I." And he says, "Ah, I see you. Now pipe down, will you? This is the best part." And she pulls out her gun though and puts it right to his nipple, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Geez, will you put that away?" And
It's like my man boob will stop at least that caliber of shell.
he's like, "You got ever? Oh, I want to hear your Harvey Bullock. Do you have a Harvey Bullock?"
Ooh. Let me see if I can remember what he sounded like on the animated series. You got every reason to worry enough or worry enough, honey. Checkmate's hang a noose around your neck, and this time they're serious. That's a terrible Harvey Bullock. I apologize to everyone.
And she's like, Harry did that? I don't believe it. Because again, she's chums with Harry Stein. And he's like, not Harry, his boss. I won't let you, I won't make you do it again because you seem disappointed. No, Harry will. Not Harry, his boss. We don't like it, but he's between a rock and a hard place. He follows orders or he gets replaced by somebody who will. So he's just warning her. Now she's eating out of the popcorn bucket with him, so you can
Yeah.
tell they're buddies. And yeah, he's just telling her they're coming to kill you, so you gotta look out for yourself.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now she's going around wearing this hat and this trench coat and being all covered up like this. How is anyone gonna be like, yeah, this lady who was wearing a hat definitely fits the description of Black Thorn?
I don't know. So yeah, we see the end of Casablanca there, and we see the famous line, Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. So you can see that her she's buddies with Bullock. And now it's nighttime at that apartment building where the knight was staking it out outside. And he
Yep.
sneaks into the hotel, and her apartment's on, I don't know what floor she's on, but he's he's in his night outfit, you know.
Yep. Taking
Like,
the elevator up.
yes, like,
Being like,
a
hey, what's up, guys?
little better maybe not to wear the big shiny gold and black outfit. Yeah, sneaking
Yeah.
around.
Honestly, why wouldn't he he had all this time she wasn't there. He could have hidden the place and waited for her to get home rather than wait till she gets home and then sneak in.
Yeah. Well, if he did it that way, he wouldn't be able to catch her in her lingerie.
That's true.
So,
He was thinking smart after all.
yeah, he sneaks into the it's quite the hotel room. Seems like a very nice hotel. And
Yeah.
he sees that he's got puts his infrared goggles on or his visor and his mask, and so
Yeah.
he can
Got a
see
little
that there
Cyclops visor.
he can see like there's a shape in the bed. He's like, oh man, there's no way those are pillows. That is absolutely a person in that bed.
Yep.
But Blackthorn is hide. Oh yeah, the big knight logo. It's actually right in the middle of his chest. I thought it was the upper left. I'm not very good with memory. Blackthorn is hiding behind the door there. You just see her silhouette with her gun, and then we see one of her thorns pings off his shoulder, and so it doesn't knock him out or anything.
Yeah, it's like her little darts, her little blow
Yeah.
darts. So he's like, it's not a bullet, it's just some little dart. That ain't gonna do anything.
And whenever the knight's in a scene, he narrates for us, so we get his narration, and he's like, "A shot, not a bullet, some kind of dart."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Blackthorn," and he's got a little gun that falls right into his hand out of his wrist.
Hmm.
And then she comes jumping at him, yee! And she's just in her little white lace panties and a little lingerie kind of skimpy top.
Yep.
And okay, so how do you think this went down? Like, she knew she was being watched, so she sat up all night in her lingerie to fight him, or she heard him monkeying with the lock and
Ooh.
decided to get out of bed and throw the pillows under the thing and then hide.
I
Um,
think she does mention at some point that she did put the pillows there. I think just because she was like, maybe I'm being paranoid, but I thought it was a good idea to do that. So I don't know where she was actually sleeping. In the closet, maybe?
yeah, that is a bad line about the pillows. You got to just let people understand that she had pillows there. Like it's very
Yeah.
forced. But because like right in the middle of the fight,
Yeah,
she's
you're one
like,
of Checkmate's goons, and here I thought I was just being paranoid when I stuffed my pillows under the blankets.
yeah, that's a little forced. But yeah, they're having a fight, and yeah, she's just in her little skimpy underpants, and they are falling off
Yeah,
her
they
like
sure are. She was doing
it's
like crazy flexible kicks like from off the ground, and those things are not being held on by much. Just a hope and a
uh,
prayer.
the comics code was being threatened in every panel.
Yep. The straps on her top are completely falling off. Like they're not holding up anything.
And this night guy, he's having a good old time. But she's beating the hell out of him. He's probably too distracted, I guess. And yeah, but she's throwing him all over the place. And oh, he does kick her in the belly because he doesn't want to hit a lady, but he says, "Hey, I got to do what I got to do." And
Yeah.
she's all over him, and she jumps on him, and she like gets full mount on him, and she just starts choking him. And she's basically saying, all I ever wanted was to be left alone, but you bastards just don't let it go, will you? So if it's going to take I'm sorry, shipping one of you idiots back in a box to show I mean business, then that's just the way it's got to be. So she's going to kill him. Uh,
Yeah.
but but this guy, his gun had fallen out of his hand, and he reaches for it, and he picks it up, and then he puts it under ribs, and he says, "Get off." And now Black Thorn immediately gets off him, and she says, "Oh hell, okay, big man, do it." So she just says, "All right, I give up. You can go ahead and shoot me." What?
Well, I mean, she was romantically involved with vigilantes, so maybe she's got a self-destructive streak in there somewhere.
See, because that makes no sense whatsoever. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead and shoot me. No, 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 no. That's yeah. You should at least have him say, "I'm not here to kill you. I'm not here to kill you," or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, her giving up like that's not so good. Um,
Yeah, she fought like a, caged animal there, but
yeah, and then
no,
she's like,
just
"All right, kill me. I'm done. Kill me." Yeah.
I'm a little tired.
But he's like, "That's not why I'm here. I'm supposed to offer you a deal, so you don't get killed." Dun, dun, dun.
So after all this, I'll be damned if I can figure out why you're worth saving. But he figures it
Uh,
out later on
yeah. Have you
because he
seen her?
remembers what she looked
That's
like
a
in those
yeah,
PJs.
yeah. It's pretty obvious why she's deserves to be saved. So then we cut to a LaGuardia airport, and we see Black Thorn is getting on an airplane, and she's flying somewhere. Um,
Yep.
I don't know. And then we cut over to Harry Stein in the back of a limo being driven around, and he's on a Zoom call with Kalia.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, you think Blackthorn is going to complete her mission, or is she just going to screw us over and disappear again? And he's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's supposed to show up for a meeting, and she's thinking she might just skip town and we'll never catch her again. And then we see that night guy at the office, and yeah, he's if you thought the night costume was lame, well, his everyday dress is even worse.
It's got like a Rick Jones kind of thing going on.
That's never a good thing. You never want to go
Ah.
full Rick Jones. You never want to go Rick Jones.
I
But
would go full Rick Jones any day.
he's got like glasses just up on top of his head. Um,
Yeah, that's how you did it in the 80s.
so yeah, they're not on his face; they're on top of his head, and he's lounging around drinking his coffee, his feet up on the desk, and they're just taking bets on whether he thinks Blackthorn is going to show up because he says I say she'll be there because he says I think she's a whole lot more together than she lets on. I think she knows she's better. She's either got to cooperate or end up dead. And she looked really good in her little pants. So,
Yep.
so
Now we get a
Blackthorn,
very tech-heavy
yeah,
Blackthorn adventure
yes.
here, where they describe in intimate detail all the ways she's trying to get into the building she escaped from in issue one, the Checkmate building. And
Mhm.
it's like, this should be interesting. This joint's wired up the wazoo with security devices and sensors, but I found my way out of there one time, so I should be able to reverse the process. Plus, this time I've come prepared. Okay, the security cameras first. The guy who supplied me with this scrambler guarantees it'll work on any electronic system. Sure as hell
Do you
hope
think
he's
she got
telling
it
the
at like
truth.
Radio Shack? Yeah,
Yeah.
like
The Geek
I got
Squad
a
told me it
scrambler.
would definitely work.
This will this will do the job. Don't worry.
Yeah. And then she gets to the electric fence and she's got a whole plan for this too, where it's like, well, if I cut it and the current stops flowing, that's gonna screw me over because then they're gonna know. So if I just cut through the one link and then immediately put this, you know, electrical kit on there to reroute the current, that'll be perfect. It's like, oh boy, this is really getting specific. Someone's gonna use this
Yeah.
as an actual manual in real life on how to break into places.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really need all this. Just Blackthorn broke through the. We'll
Yeah.
trust you. The Blackthorn knows how to break through these things. I don't care. You know.
There's ultrasonic motion detectors, but my handy dandy doodad zapper can handle it. I've just got to match it to the ultrasonic frequency. Like, okay, that's great. Not like we're seeing her do cool stuff. It's just, yep, busting out new pieces of electronics.
We're also getting more panels outlined in red borders. like the next page is pretty cool. Like the three panels on the left are outlined in red, and it's all Black Thorn stuff. And then all the
Hmm.
panels on the right side of the page are Amanda Waller in her office. And yeah, Blackthorn also brings an extra change of clothes there with her. So once she gets through the fence in her Blackthorn outfit, she hides behind a bush and changes into a normal outfit. She could have, I don't know, maybe just wore the normal outfit. But, yeah, so Amanda Waller, she's trying to get into some secret file or something. Is it more Blackthorn stuff? But it's a Harry Stein has
Yeah,
encrypted it.
basically just
And
Amanda Waller calling tech support. And
yeah.
he comes in and is like, "Oh, you can't do it. If you try to get into that file, it'll just delete itself." So
Mhm.
she's like, "Oh, Stein's up to something," but she's got stuff going on too. She's secretly tapped his phone, so she's going to be in the loop on everything that he's up to.
And we cut back to Stein and Kalia and the night guy. Now the night guy's in his night outfit except for his head. His head is, and he's wearing his
Yeah,
glasses now. So
there
that's
you
good.
go. You found a
And
use for him after all.
they get a call, and Stein wants the phone right away. He says, Stein here, and it's Blackthorn. She says, Hi, Harry. How's it shaking? Listen, I don't want to tie up your phone. So she sets up a meeting at Yellow Blossom Exotic Chinese Cuisine.
Oh,
Sounds pretty great.
yeah.
So yeah, they
Think
have a
they have
meeting.
broccoli?
Broccoli and garlic sauce.
Yeah.
I hope so. So Thursday at 1:14 a.m. Really?
Huh.
1:14? And that
That is
Chinese
awfully
restaurant
late.
is it's hopping
Yeah.
too. Like they got people at every table in there. 1:14
This
a.m.
Chinese restaurant is working on Taco Bell hours. They got fourth meal.
Wow. And I mean, I don't want this Harry, he's kind of a jerk. He's already eating before Blackthorn even gets there. What are you doing? Gotta wait
He's
for
gonna
the
stiff
lady
her
to
with the
show up.
bill.
Yeah, don't even wait to order until she shows. Oh man, what a jerk. But he's got a big plan here. He says, "Hey, instead of them killing you, let me
Hmm.
do it." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "I'll
Like,
just
yeah, not.
say I'm gonna kill you." Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We'll fake your death. You go underground for a couple of months, then you come up with a new identity, and we'll hire you on, with a new identity and stuff like that. And Blackthorn's like,
Mhm.
no, 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 that's not gonna work. I don't play within the
Yeah,
rules.
he says your name
I've
could be
had it up to
Sadie.
here with your rules.
I don't know what that's from. What's that from?
That's a Simpsons reference.
Oh, okay.
When Marge went to the
Uh,
police academy.
but he's like, yeah, we'll recruit you back as Sadie Frump or whoever. You're
Yeah,
back in the
you want to
saddle.
do something better than Frump. That's not really
Sadie
much of a sales
Frump.
pitch.
Yeah. But seriously, she might want to consider a new haircut at least. Maybe.
Although, do you think she changed her name to Sadie Frump, would she have to become Black
Mm.
Frump?
With an E at the end. All right,
Yeah.
so while they're debating this, he's like, "Hey, so what do you say there, Thorne?" And then they look over at the door. It's Amanda Waller and her crew. She's got like four agents with
Uh-oh.
her, and apparently Black Thorn doesn't know who Amanda Waller is, which is a little surprising.
No? Well, maybe she does. I think she just doesn't she likes calling her names mostly instead of referring to her
But,
as Amanda Waller.
but she says, "Whoa, check out the shoulders on her, friend of yours, Harry." So it's like
Oh,
she
yeah, yeah.
doesn't know who she is. Um, and so Amanda Waller comes in and she's like, wants to. Tells Harry that she was tracking him and everything, and she wants to arrest Blackthorn, but Blackthorn jumps away, and Waller grabs her. But Thorn slips out of her coat that Waller is holding on to, kicks Waller, goes running out the back door into the alley, and in the alley is our buddy the Knight. And
We got a great line. I don't know if it's in contention for best line so much, but it's good enough to read. Where Amanda Waller's like, "Bitch, don't mistake my bulk for fat."
yeah. uh, It's her bulk. It's not her fat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Totally
it's
not fat.
So yeah, the knight's in the alleyway waiting for, her, and he's got a big old stick. For some reason, he's carrying a stick. And there's some other goons in the alley too with guns, and they all got her surrounded. And she's like, "Oh, I should have known you were lying to me, the Black Knight, that this wasn't you were setting me up the whole time." And he's like, "No, I really wasn't. I don't know what's going on here." And but the guys are taking her into custody, the other agents. And that knight says, "Hey, so what's going on there? What are you guys going to do with her?" And one of them says, "Oh, don't worry about it. We're just going to take her someplace quiet and pop her, kill her."
She just to go
See you
live on
later, Frank.
on a farm.
Yeah, that's right. Gonna take her on a farm. And so Knight says, "Nope." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "I said no." And he punches the dude, knocks him out. He says, "Thorn, go." So Thorn starts fighting back, and both of them start beating up all these goons. And they're talking to each other the whole time.
Hmm.
And
8 of them against 2 of us. I feel sorry for these guys.
and yeah, they're just beating the hell out of all of them. And then they fight their way out of the alley to the front of the restaurant where Waller and Stein come out the front door. And Waller says, "Stein, call your man off." And he's like, "I don't think he's listening, Amanda." And they keep fighting, and they eventually knock everybody out, and then they high five each other. He's like,
You got to.
he's, he's like, "Those are some bad moves you've got, Thorn." She says, "Pretty slick yourself, and that getup makes your buns look great."
Not as good as Vigilante's ass on the cover of that book, but
Yes. So what does Amanda Waller do, Jack?
So she's like, oh, she's pulling out a gun out of her shirt
Yeah.
pocket there, and she's like, "That's it. That's goddamn it. If I have to do this myself, I will." Blackthorn just says, "Chunks, before you do anything, you might want to take a peek at this."
Chunks.
It's pretty great.
She throws a note across to Stein. He opens it. He says, "Woof, this isn't a trick, Amanda." And he shows it to Waller. And she reads it, and her expression changes. And she's like, "Where did you get this?" And
Yeah, that's what Thorne was up to earlier with cutting very elaborately breaking into that building, was to get the files on the Checkmate organization, and she's gonna leak it to the public if anything happens to her. Like she's got it all set to leak. So,
yeah, apparently the story in question is the press will love this. I mean, a secret government agency sending superheroes into Nicaragua to kill the captured American hero Hawk before he became a political embarrassment. Is that Hawk of Hawk and Dove?
oh, it must be.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the remember we did that Green Lantern issue and like the other like whatever that warthoggy one's name was like, wait till you hear what happened in Nicaragua, and we're like, what the heck kind of a joke
Oh,
was that to end on? Like maybe I was referring to this.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, because they have a little asterisk there. It says, "See Doom Patrol Suicide Squad Special 1."
Hmm,
So, I don't know.
interesting.
So, Amanda Waller doesn't want that story getting out. So, she's like, "This is blackmail, Stein." And he says, "Don't look at me. This is the first time hearing of it, too." And, of course, it's not. Harry Stein helped her
Nope.
with planning all this, yeah. So, old Blackthorn says, "Personally, I like to think of it as life insurance. I'm not interested in working for or against you. I just want to be left alone. Is it a deal?" And then Harry says, "Looks like she's got you by the short hairs, Amanda." That's usually something you don't say to a lady, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. No, this
Uh,
was back in the day when she probably had short hair still.
she's like, he's like, "Yes, it does." She crumples up the message. So she's like, "Let's go. Henson, help Quaid, or we're
Come
getting the
on,
hell
Jim
out of here."
Henson.
Yeah. I don't know if we need to know their names at that point. And Blackthorn's like, "Sheesh, talk about sore losers." And Stein says, "You're lucky, Thorn. Waller doesn't usually give it up that easy. That was some rabbit you pulled out of your hat. But I'm glad it worked out for you. So what do you do now?" She says,
Going to
"What I've been doing
Disneyland.
all along, Harry. See you around the neighborhood." She runs off and he says, "Keep in touch, Thorn." So now we go back to Harvey Bullock's house, and man, he's got so many like old movie posters on his wall, like Key Largo, and he's got like a little
Yeah, it's
Maltese Falcon on his shelf. And I
this
don't
is
know
basically
what
your
that
dream place right here.
I don't know what that movie is he's watching though. Like he's watching a
Kind of
movie.
kind of
It's
looks
got
Three Stooges-y
I know, but it's
almost.
not. It's not though. I don't think is it because he's got like
I don't know.
it's got like three people on it, but I guess that guy could be Mo on the left, and maybe
Yeah, and the one on the right could be Larry, but that
yeah,
one in the middle doesn't look like Curly or
yeah.
Shemp, I guess.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
maybe
think like
Shemp.
what Humphrey Bogart movie that could be, but nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting in front of its TV, eating a bowl of cereal, and uh, and he gets a knock at the door, and it's our old buddy Harry Stein.
Yep.
And what does Harry Stein tell him, Jack?
He's like, seems Thorne knew where to lay her hands on some incriminating evidence against Waller. Bought her way off the Wall's hit list. And Harvey's just like, hey, lucky break for Thorny. And he's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that's all, Harvey. Enjoy your dinner. And on the way out, he grabs him by the arm. He's like, oh, and if you ever compromise security like that again, I'll kick your ass. Night, Harv.
And Bullock's like, oh, he knows, son of a gun. That Harry's an okay guy. And he goes back to eating the cereal. The
Yeah.
end. Yeah,
Cereal
so
that kind of looks like pizza.
yeah. So, all right. What do you think happened here? Do you think that Bullock was the one who told her about, he told her that they're coming to kill her. But
hmm
did he also tell her how to get the info, like what info to get on them, or do you think that was Harry that told her that? Or because
Uh,
it seems like Harry he was in on the plan, but then he kind
yep.
of wasn't in on the plan. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was one of those
I
things
think
where
Harry,
he's like, he has to maintain, oh, I didn't know anything. So he kind of put Harvey into the situation where he knew he would do it. He
I
knew he was going to
it
tell
almost
her.
it almost seems like Harry's only plan was to have the knight get a hold of Blackthorn to tell her he wanted to meet with her, and
Mm,
then the Blackthorn was supposed to calls to meet him at the Chinese restaurant because his only
yep.
plan really was to fake her death, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Um,
I thought maybe he was, yeah, pivoting when
yeah.
when Amanda Waller showed up, but no, I think that was his actual plan all along. Yeah. And he
So
was just trying to
it seems kind of seems like Harvey was the one who uh
save the day here by tipping her off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, do you think Harvey knew what it like he told her what information to get, or he just told her that they were after her and she thought it out
Does
on her
seem
own?
like he's working with Checkmate, so he should know, I guess, what files to go after. So, yeah, I
Mm.
think it was him. That seems to be the
A-
case.
And when she broke in and got those files, did she hide them in the same way Maria Conchita Alonso hid them in Running Man?
We can only hope.
So, all right, there it is. Checkmate. I enjoyed it. You know,
Me too.
it was a
Yeah.
solid read. It wasn't Steve Irwin's art is fine. It's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
It's
You can
nothing
draw a
nothing
nice lady in her PJs. That's for
it's
sure.
nothing groundbreaking, but it told the story well and kept things moving. The rating here is pretty good. There's a couple clunkers, but it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Uh,
I liked all of all of Blackthorn's making fun of Amanda Waller's weight problem.
yes.
That was
Yeah, she called her
very
a few
80s, very
things.
nice.
Um,
Yeah. Calls her
it was
chunks and like tubby and all those kind of things.
so yeah, it was real solid. No real complaints
Yeah,
about it.
for a good like one issue, I feel like it did a good job of telling a story where it was like continuing things that have been going on in this issue, but I didn't need to have read the other issues to know what was happening here. They did a good job of setting everything up, just giving you a simple kind of storyline of this Amanda Waller wants this lady dead, the other people don't, and they're gonna try to, work at cross purposes till one prevails. It did a good job of doing that all in one issue, I feel like.
Yeah, I'd be debating whether to go 7, but then I'm like, you know what? We had a gratuitous lingerie fight scene. Let's put it up to 8. We'll go to 8 for Checkmate.
Yeah.
Just a real solid book. Solid book.
Yeah, I think I would go 8 too. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking 7, but 8 might be the way to go just for that that scene
Yes.
alone. That definitely caught my eye when I was flipping through what issues. I'm like,
I'm
oh,
sure it
okay.
did. I'm sure it did.
Those legs
So,
are bending in a way that doesn't seem human, but okay.
yes, they are. She's very flexible, the
A
Black
little
Thorn.
rubbery at times, but all right.
So, all right, there it is. Checkmate. I would not be adverse to reading more Checkmate at some point, but
Yeah, it seems interesting. And then Peacemaker comes in later on, so I'm sure those are pretty interesting.
all right. So, I need a response here to your Checkmate.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're also going to stay in 1988,
Okay.
and we're going to go with Marvel. Nick Fury vs. Shield, issue 1. This
Hmm.
was a 6-issue limited series in 1988 that led to the revival of Nick Fury, Agent of Shield, um, which came in
I didn't,
1989.
huh? I didn't even know they revived it.
Oh, really? Yeah, they
Yeah.
yeah, because I had a couple of the I know I bought issue 1 of the ongoing series. I think that series lasted for like 47 issues,
Wow.
so longer than Checkmate. But yeah, I did not know about the 6-issue limited series though. I've totally forgot this existed. But it's written by, shoot, I want to say Bob
Hmm.
Harris. I don't know if that's right. And it's drawn
Yep,
by
looks like it.
Paul Neary, who probably most famous for being the inker for Alan Davis all those years. But
I definitely
it's
feel like I
pretty
have
cool.
seen this cover before. This is a very cool looking Jim Steranko cover.
Yeah, so it's 6 issues. All the covers are kind of like painted covers.
Yeah.
They're pretty big. I think it's 48 pages. So pack a lunch. You might
Holy
be able
hell.
to. Yeah.
This thing says 51.
Oh,
Oh
but
boy. I'm gonna need
I
my
guess
hernia belt.
I guess it's like a conspiracy going on here with Nick Fury. He's going against Shield. So I figure we'll start with issue 1 to kick it off. What the hell? So yeah, Nick Fury versus Shield.
Sounds good.
Because we've done a Nick Fury and his Howling Commandos issue. Miles Watson, our buddy, came on to do that.
Sure.
And I think we did. Was that Captain Britain? Remember? Or I don't. Yeah, you weren't
I was
here.
not here for that, but that was something like UK book, right?
Yeah, like Michael and I did a Captain Britain story, but then in the back they had like, because it was Marvel UK, they always put in backstories, and there's like a Nick Fury from like a reprint of a Nick Fury from the 1960s in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of talked a little bit about him there. But we haven't done a Nick Fury like spy issue yet, like where he's in Shield. So he has
All
popped up
right.
in other issues. He was in that Daredevil, remember?
Yeah. Very
Years
memorable Daredevil issue.
shows up at the
Oh
end.
boy. I'd rather just see him fighting Stiltman rather than doing that shit
Because
again.
I wish we could do a Steranko Agents of Shield, but that was all in the 60s. So
Yeah, unless you find like some loophole, 'cause like, oh, they reprinted it here in
yes, there are reprints,
Marvel
but
Tales or something.
I think that is cut like cheating.
Yeah, yeah.
So this would be the first Bronze Age era Nick Fury solo story. So there we go. It'll be exciting.
Right.
All right. So
Sounds good.
that'll be next week on the big show. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We appreciate the support. And until next week, don't get any jank on you.